Good morning. Let's address the elephant in the room. It is not 9 o'clock. It is 4 o'clock in the afternoon in sunny Illinois. This is probably the second stream where natural light is coming through the window. I just kind of assumed. I woke up. The last DLC was only like 2 hours long, so I don't see this being any different. Which means I was just gonna sit here and fuck around doing nothing for 2 hours anyways. And I kind of really want to spend time with my girlfriend tonight, so yeah. And plus, if I do this now, maybe I'll be here again tomorrow. Yeah?
This isn't the Bureau's first time in Bright Falls. 1970, 76, 8... Last one was in 2010. It's not exactly clockwork, but this town sees way more altered world events than most. We knew it was just a matter of time before the lake acted up again. After the AWE in 2010, the FBC's research department set up a facility, the Lake House, to study the threshold in Cauldron Lake, find better ways to contain the entity inside. Your tax dollars at work. When we detected a spike in paranatural activity at Cauldron Lake, before I even knew you were on this case, Saga, the Lake House was my first stop. I was short-handed, hoped they could spare some help, maybe give us some intel on the situation. If I had any clue what was waiting for us in there, Saga, I'd have just kept on driving.
We never opened that keypad in the actual base game, did we?
This is Agent Kieran Estevez responding to an AWE alert in the vicinity. I need to speak with the Marmons. So much for the welcome wagon. You all set up the perimeter. We're on the Threshold's doorstep, so keep your eyes peeled.
Yes, ma'am.
Agent Kieran Estevez, requesting entry. I don't have time for this.
Shoot it down. Well, whatever the solution is, it's right in front of the gate, apparently. I don't remember how to turn my flashlight on. My fucking god, that worked.
This shouldn't take long, okay? You see anything? Radio me.
Roger that.
The Lake House was run by the research department. Research and investigations don't really see eye to eye. What they call science, I call a violation of Bureau protocol and human decency. Classic interdepartmental drama. Your FBI saga, you know how it goes. Now, in retrospect, my low opinion of the research department may have clouded my judgment. Agent Kieran Estevez, Investigations Department. No one wants to check the individual carrying a firearm into a restricted government facility?
To another exciting day here at
No?
the Lake House. As I'm sure you know, I am Dr. Jules Marmont, and this is my wife.
Dr. Diana Marmont.
And together we are the heads of research at this facility. We want to thank you all for helping us break new ground in our study of Cauldron Lake.
That's right, Jules. But don't let our exciting work in threshold regulation and dimensional coupling keep you from observing the proper safety protocols.
You said it, Diana. We run a tight ship here at the Lake House. So, always remember the 3 S's. Safety, security, and censorship.
It's a C. It's a C.
Yeah, that is the joke, Diana.
Well, it's a stupid fuck.
Wonderful joke, Jules. We'll see you down there.
Yeah, that seems healthy.
The good news, the pie was good. More pie for the rest of us. We have coffee. Someone stole the black whiteboard marker.
That's handy. An experiment. That bodes well.
Lake safety protocols, no fishing, swimming, boating, using the water for redacted, water skiing, redacted in the water, paddle birding. I don't know what the fuck that is, but yeah. Okay, so the background. A recent security operation was performed among the citizens of Bright Falls and Watery. The goal of this operation was to ascertain public knowledge and opinion of the lake house and its operations. The summary was that the following information was gained through covert listening and informal questioning. The local public appear to view the area around the lake house with fear. This, of course, is a tentative reaction as the Bureau has publicly marked the area as dangerous due to volcanic gases. However, there is a specific rumor among the public regarding a government facility in the woods run by mad scientists taking people for experimentation. This rumor seems particularly popular among the local youth, and its proximity to the truth is cause for concern. Worst outcome would be an increase in curiosity, possibly even aggression. It is possible this is even the reason for the lake house's security breach back in Redacted. So they're just going to continue to monitor youth chatter.
Dr. Marmont's not here.
Yeah, you could tell that before even coming in.
I'll have to check downstairs.
Replacement keycard request form. Required clearance. The highest one. I forgot what it's called.
They must all be working on the lower levels. I'll need to head down.
Oh. Unlike art created by Alan Wake, there's no evidence that The subject's art is directly manipulating reality via the shadow's energies.
Changing passwords, huh?
Okay, we're aware that this may be inconvenient. We recommend using a permanent set of digits as the beginning of the password, followed by numbers that change daily. July is the 7th month? Easy. His wife doesn't seem to be a big fan of the project.
Access denied.
Well, you are not keeping me out.
Access denied.
I'll need a key card with clearance. Ugh, this key card isn't gonna cut it. This should get me downstairs. As soon as I got in that elevator, my bad news detector started going nuts. Estevesta team, something's going on in the lake house. I want all nearby agents to. Oh, shit!
Level 4.
Agent Estevez, what's your status?
Breach detected on sublevel 5. Staff should seek shelter immediately.
We have a situation in the lake house. All agents converge on the facility now. Belay that order. Where's the fucking elevator? Okay. Priority 1, get the lights on. Standing around in the dark near Cauldron Lake, not smart?
That sounds smart as hell, Estevez. The work to create a stable link between our reality of that and Redacted continues. Progress is good with all teams reporting high confidence with a successful connection will soon be possible. So subject P is apparently a painter. Adjust reality in such a way that it achieves our goals were unsuccessful. Interesting. So basically we're dealing with like an Alan Wake, but he's a painter. Thank you for the alert, Jack. Hope you're having a great day at work. The research into nursery rhymes, directed by Dr. and Dr. Marmot, led by Dr. Campbell, is an art form, has shown viability in its ability to connect with the Cauldron Lake threshold. Which I think that adds up with the OG Alan Wake 2 experience.
Dr. Darling. Power core receiver. Plugging a core in should get the lights on. That is not a regulation FBC weapon. Can't open it from the side. Jules's key card could be useful.
Now I have a level 3 clearance card in my office, plus a lot of BlackRock.
I wish they'd make these things lighter.
Gee, I wonder if something spooky's gonna happen while I'm carrying the thing
The way I
that
saw it,
inhibits
there
my
was only
sprint.
one way out. Identify the source of the event and contain or eliminate it. Now, good news, I just had to keep going down. Bad news, the elevator liked to disappear. At least the elevator's back.
I got that gun now from this direction. Nope. I don't know, maybe if you pulled out your flashlight, you'd be able to fucking see something, Estevez.
First off, a huge thank you to everyone here. The Lake House has made amazing strides in researching the AWE here at Cauldron Lake. Great work, team. I wanted to come in person so I could check in on the latest work. I won't get in the way. It's not our view, so no reason to be scared. Do you hear that, Dr. Marmont? While I'm here, I want to focus on the relationship between the Shadow and the AWE site below the lake. The theory that the Shadow even originates from the dimension this threshold is tapping into is compelling. Eventually, I want to understand how this dimension manages to convert subjective elements like art into objective reality. What are the constraints of this phenomenon? Can it, say, create altered items or even objects of power simply by manifesting them via a piece of art? These are the things we need to know to accurately classify the Shadow. I mean, that name is not very scientific. I mean, who came up with that? Shadow. So, any and all proposals are welcome. Anything testing art's effect on reality by using the Shadow's energy is preferred. To find answers, we'll first need a lot of data. No wrong answers. And when I return to the oldest house, I'll take back anything we end up with to run against a classified project called Hedron to build a comparative data set. I wish I could tell you more. It's very, very exciting. Non-physical forces impacting. No, sorry, I really can't. It is. You know what? Maybe some of you can come visit. We'll have to get you clearance, of course, but maybe that can. You know what? I don't want to take the entire day talking. So, the Shadow.
I don't believe that. Doubt.
Of research, and I couldn't be more excited to start digging in. It is a brave new world, people.
I guess I need to find the control panels for these fucking sliding things. God, I hope I get attacked so I can pull out my fucking flashlight.
If you can understand me, I am an agent of the Federal Bureau of Control. I can assist you if you take no hostile action against me or any action that can be perceived as hostile.
No, Estevez, we're
What were those
running.
things? Okay, deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You never really get used to the shit you see in this job, but you can learn techniques to adjust, to function. Take 6 deep breaths, then get to work. Find the source, collapse the threshold.
Mirror, please hold. Please hold.
Now where am
Please
I?
hold. Please hold.
What is that? If you can understand me, I'm an agent of the Federal Bureau of Control. I can assist you if you take no hostile action against me or any action that can be perceived as hostile. Do you understand? Well, I'll be damned. So what kind of entity are you? You can speak. That means you probably imprinted on a person or retained some of your former self's information. Previously human, maybe? Okay, I can work with that. I just had an unpleasant encounter with some other painted individuals. Any relation? What does that mean? Okay, hey, calm down! You need to cease all hostility right now.
You're a great negotiator.
Bad news? That thing is really pissed off. Good news. It didn't try to kill me. Okay, baby steps. Angry living paintings are not typically on the Cauldron Lake bingo card. But something different was happening at the lake house, and I couldn't let it escape. Bright Falls didn't need this particular cherry on its already shitty sundae.
Sublevel 3.
This isn't the floor I wanted. Fucking elevator.
Okay, moving forward, research at the lake house will be divided into 2 distinct projects. Arbitus will focus on studying the writing of Redacted with Dr. Deanna, and Ramnas will be studying on blah 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 in his work. That didn't really tell me anything outside of the 2 being split up, which is probably for the best.
September 12, 2023. Notes regarding a page of an Alan Wake manuscript I found in the archives. I checked the records, and this page is not in our inventory. I believe it manifested inside the lake house directly. I won't be filing this page. It'll just send Jules into a panic. The page is written in Wake's usual style, so I can't say for certain if it's being literal or figurative when it calls us monsters. But what's interesting is that the page indicates that a painting succeeded in linking Cauldron Lake's threshold with our facility. Writing has always been the clearly superior avenue of research, but I never considered that the writing itself would dictate a different art form as the catalyst for our success. I cannot accept that. I can't allow Jules to stumble his way into success. Not after the years of work I put into this research. I got word yesterday that 2 writers are visiting Bright Falls. I will beat Jules to the finish line.
What's up, Barfel? Yeah, started early. I woke up, I had nothing to do, and I was like, you know, if I get in, I can get out,
Rudolph
spend time
Lane
with the
stood
girlfriend.
back from the canvas. He didn't recognize the piece. Did he paint this? His mind was foggy, unfocused. He knew the Marmonts were putting something in his food. A man in a white coat came to steer Lane back to his cell. He did not resist. He was too tired. He lay on the bed, but the stench in his cell wouldn't let him sleep. An acid stink. The turpentine. The paint. It was all over him. Years of it. 1,000 paintings. 1,000 more to come. A putrid weight he could never wash away. Cold hate simmered below the mist clogging his thoughts. Hatred for the paint. Hatred for the brushes. For the Marmonts. For himself. Diana and Jules Marmont had once been a team. Rising stars in the Bureau, both talented in their own way. Diana innovated and Jules got funding from the bureaucrats. Cooperation led to respect. Connection. Then after a decade of hard work, the happy couple were promoted. Co-heads of research. Their first years at the lake house were good. Challenging, but not insurmountable. Not for them. Gradually, thoughts fell into their heads like drops of dark water. Why does she get all the credit? Why does he get any credit? With that, a crack formed in the lake house. The Marmonts and their work became arrogant, erratic. The crack widened and the water seeped in.
There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow.
That's not
It
what was
became
on the page.
trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment. There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment.
Typewriters. Please don't let this be what I think it is. As you know by now, typewriters and Cauldron Lake do not mix. And a room full of them all clacking away? 100% bad news.
Investigation into the precise brand and model of typewriter used by Alan Wake, with the intent to use this particular brand for redacted and the ATDs, continues to be unsuccessful. Playing with fucking fire here, my guys.
March 7th, 2018. Notes regarding Dr. Emil Hartman, founder of the Cauldron Lake Lodge, where he manipulated artists in an attempt to control the power of the Shadow. I've gone through his notes, which were confiscated by the Bureau after his arrest in 2010. Overall, Hartman's work was sloppy. Complete disregard for proper scientific method. But he was bold enough to try something we haven't. Our procedural writing machines are promising, but we could understand the effects of Cauldron Lake's threshold much better by observing live artists in action. Thanks to Hartman, we even have a list of prospects. Next step is to send Dr. Darling a request to bring some into the lake house for analysis.
Here to remind you to put in 1% of effort today.
Shit. I can never say no to extra firepower. Back where I started. Spatial recurrence usually observes the law of 3.
This contrived overlap rebounded on itself, compressing, compounding, reflecting, and refracting. An urban legend and a murder in constant imbalance. Cause and effect hopelessly tangled. Arranged wrong.
Shadow is here.
Well, that's a problem. I do not have the fucking ammo for this. Automated typing device will produce writing mimicking that of Alan Wake, but the goal of affecting reality. Yeah. Well, that's stupid.
Loop 3. Should be the last one.
I keep coming back to this page. The author's clearly Wake. It's like he's warning us. But about what? I mean, what does it mean? This page scared Jules away from the work on Wake's writing. A coward can't stand risk. But science is risk. For me, this is proof that we are going in the right direction. I just need Rudolph Lane's paintings to lead to more pages so that hopefully one day we can understand. I keep coming back to this page.
What is that? Ugh, locked. Maybe there's another way in. Controllable shifting phenomena.
Kinda missing Jesse's ability to just grab these things. Oh no, I grabbed this with absolutely no plan. Oh, I don't remember how to just pull my flashlight out. Oh, well, that would be why. It's unbound. Let's just... Oh, no. It's E. Okay.
you again. What happened to you? Did the people here do this to you?
Marmon's clogging his head.
Alan Wake's writing is being studied here. Do you know anything about him?
Names don't matter. 1,000 more to come.
They say clear communication is the key to any relationship. You and I have some work to do there. You said Marmonts before. Do they do this? Where are they now?
Misery, hate.
Tell me where they are.
A man in a white coat.
Christ. It's fixated on the Marmonts.
That was
What did they do? A threshold is the connection between a foreign reality and our own. Now, they all have their own rules, strange as they are, but the further down I went, the more chaotic this one got. Clearly, this was the Cauldron Lake threshold, but something was wrong. Well, more wrong than usual.
Sublevel 2.
Level-wide lockdown in effect. Please remain calm. Level-wide lockdown in effect. Please remain calm.
I wonder what happened here.
A section of the cell's southern wall needs to be removed for transport to sublevel 5 for analysis. It's not my job to know which tools you use to cut concrete walls. That's your job.
I can't paint anymore. I know you want me to paint, but I can't. I'm empty. Rudolph, now, you love to paint. And you are such a talent. This is just the classic artist slump. No. No, I hate it. It's just taking from me now. When can I leave? You said you'd let me leave. Rudolph, but you volunteered to come, remember? We are helping you, like Dr. Hartman did. Perhaps you need to see our doctor? I can arrange that. No. No, that's... I am feeling better. Much better. I will paint. This is wonderful to hear, Rudolph. I knew you would come back to your old self.
Yeah, I'm starting to see why this guy's pissed off.
Jules Marmont looked at the painting. He didn't understand it. Saw only random whirls of color. Drug and Lane made him more compliant, but his work had turned abstract. Jules needed more art his team could parse, could test, trial and error. These abstract explosions of color complicated the data. His grip tightened around the letter opener in his hand. The piece of art he needed was hidden inside Lane. If Jules could simply cut the painter open and pull the painting out of him, he would. The overhead lights flickered. Jules would make Lane cooperate. No more drugs. Less carrot, more stick. Jules had to go faster. He wouldn't lose to Diana. Nothing else mattered.
Finally, someone who isn't a painting.
Amitha and Edward Booker, weren't those the two from the beginning of the base game in the cafe? Yeah, I'm not reading all of that out loud.
Damn it.
Jules just sent out a memo asking us to spy on his wife's project. He really did that? Diana is gonna slit his throat if she finds out. I got drinks with Perry last night. He told me Jules is withholding wake pages from Diana's team. He told her they went missing. Okay, so when you said finally somebody who's not a painting, who the fuck were you talking about, Estevez? Oh, this guy.
Hey, hello. Who are you?
Sorry, got a flow going. Can we do this later?
No, we cannot. I'm Agent Kieran Estevez. I'm with the government and I need your name.
I'm Ed Booker, the playwright. And I'm hitting my stride here, so can you guys stop with all that banging and screaming? It's throwing me off.
Where do you think you are right now?
In an immersive writing workshop.
Well, bad news, it's not a writing workshop. Good news, it's not a writing workshop.
Right. It's a government facility studying the power of creativity. That makes way more sense.
What are you even doing? What are you writing?
Well, after you all abducted me in the woods, I've been working on this manuscript you gave me because you need it for some experiment or something. I kind of forget the premise. But, you know, I've had this block lately, and filling in the gaps of this story has really loosened me up. Copying the style is a nice constraint, but I still have lots of room to play. It's a solid creative exercise.
Look around you. How is this a workshop?
You have to stay in character. I get that. I'm in the theater business too. And look, the sets, the costumes, all great in that, you know, campy, 70s sci-fi kind of way. But you could dial down the role-playing like 15–20%. Just some professional advice.
Sir, whether you are aware of it or not, there is a situation here. I need you to stay in your cell until I can resolve the matter, okay?
Uh-huh, got it. Hey, no one's been around with food for a while. I could go for some dinner when you have a second. Oh, and can I get my phone back? I want to call my wife. I don't know how Tammy found you guys, but she killed it. 5 stars all around.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
I was just about to ask if, how is this guy fucking surviving?
Which means the flashlight is the power of the artist. Sheer creativity tearing through the shadowy cloak of corporate cookie-cutter bullshit. Killer metaphor.
Shaded. Hope that glass is thick.
I foresee a lot of running in the future.
A higher access card. Sorry, but I need this.
I don't think she particularly cares if you take that.
How many paintings did they have this guy make?
Yes, my favorite painting, The Black Void. Today's password is the date of our special unforgettable anniversary. Plus brown shape with horns. A week from this Friday. So the 23rd?
on. That's not right.
I don't know if it's just me waking up retardation or what. A week from Friday is 1 week after Friday. So according to Google, a week from Friday, today would be the 1st of November. So that was written on the 14th, which means 23. No, shit. Wow, this is a weird calendar. I was just immediately looking at this column. It's the 22nd. So 22...
Nope. There.
Lockdown lifted. You are now safe to resume working.
Estevez, come in. Facility. Sub-level 1. You copy?
No. Turn back. Area is extremely hostile. Fucking videos. You're on floor 1. I'll need help.
Oh, that's some Alan Wake pages. I actually want to read those. Yeah, I'm gonna kick your ass once I have the ability to. Don't worry. Never mind. Apparently, I've completely forgotten how to play Alan Wake, which makes sense. It's been a hot fucking minute.
Estevez, come in. Facility. Sublevel 1. You copy?
No, turn back. Area is extremely hostile. Run forward. I'll need help.
I know what I'm forgetting to remember. The darkness is more like weak points in this one. You don't just aim the flashlight at them and get results. Dark scream the darkness, a dark reminder of the dark's inner darkness, a well of darkness, vortex. You son of a bitch. I don't have any flashlight juice. Okay. I was wondering if I'd be able to just read without fighting, but nope. I can't. I'm not wasting a fucking flashbang on one guy.
The Marmonts turned innocent people into tools using the FBC's authority. They thought they were untouchable out here, hidden away in the woods? No. Actions have consequences. And I'm the consequences.
Sublevel 1.
Ah, you fucking bastard! Jules Marmont killed my team.
Gotta kill you too if we don't find any health.
I should get that gun while I'm up here.
I mean, that name is not very scientific. I mean, who came up with that?
How do I get in the room with that gun? Oh, these panels are blocking the door.
What did I just pick up? Flashbang? Oh, it's probably ammo for the new gun. The fittings between the grenade launcher and custom components are a bit loose. Okay.
Okay, this should get me down to sub-level 5. And this should get me past any other problems.
021219. I have decided to reassign you from the project to inventory management. You will be changed from senior researcher to acting inventory supervisor. I have no doubt that someone with a nut allergy like yourself would prefer to work alone in the inventory booth, where any dangerous pies might be waiting to hurt you. I've noticed a reoccurring theme of a peanut allergy. I forgot that elevator likes to just disappear.
The Shadow had changed Jules Marmont into a hostile, paranatural entity. That made everything simpler. No arrest, no paperwork. I could put him down like the monster he was.
Mirror, please hold. Please
This is not
hold.
level 4.
Please hold. Please hold.
The Marmonts were holding a painter here. Rudolph Lane. Does that ring a bell?
The shame of a man.
I think you are, or were, Rudolph Lane.
Himself, a self-portrait. Make them see.
Look, I might be able to help you. But I need information, cooperation.
No brush, just himself.
Rudolph Lane was dying. Both murderer and victim. Red hues ran down his hands. Was it scarlet or cadmium? Too vivid to be maroon. Names don't matter, he decided. Color was pure. Inspiring. For the first time in years, he wanted to paint. A self-portrait. To say goodbye. No. To make them remember. To make them see what they did. He slapped his hands against the wall to steady himself. He began from there. No brush, just himself. The strokes were crude, violent. The pain, misery, and hate he'd endured there. The fire in his eyes and hands and bones all spread into the shape of a man. It was quick. Natural. Like a heart attack. He slumped down to the floor, smiling at the anger he left smeared across the wall.
Sublevel 4.
nice office.
You see an office, I see an arena.
Come on. Okay, Blackrock powder. Need to keep an eye out for more of these.
You fuck, I just healed. Ah, you son of a bitch. I'm guessing there's only one painting monster and it teleports in between the silhouettes.
Okay, Blackrock powder. Need to keep an eye out for more of these.
Okay. That was weird.
Come on.
You know what? You can stay over there. I don't give a fuck. Exploring the relationship between the shadow and sources of light continues to be difficult. I don't think that's true. Before Dr. Darling was lost in the lockdown of the oldest house, he tasked the lake house with discovering the nature of the shadow and its ability to convert art into reality. Did I already read this? Threshold traversal has only been possible inside the oldest house and occasionally during altered world events. A laboratory will be built on sublevel 5. Blah blah blah. Okay. On the morning of Redacted, the musician held at the lake house for research purposes was discovered missing from her cell. She's known professionally, had produced a song called Six Deep Breaths during her time at Lake House, which was considered very promising as research material. When I actually check to see if those websites are a thing. Not now.
September 13th, 2023. Notes regarding the concept of the tortured artist. A romanticized image of the sensitive artistic temperament, yes. But there may be truth in the cliche. It's no secret Rudolph Lane has been unhappy here for years. But the aggregate data shows his art's viability score trending upward over time. If Jules hadn't neglected to hold regular psychological exams, then we could have quantified the subject's emotional state, creating a sort of distress rating to compare against the art's score. I'll make this a sub-goal of my study of Edward Booker. Once we set the variables and establish a control reading of his art and mental state, then we can begin inducing negative emotion. Limited food and water, perhaps. An increasingly tight living space. This is how Jules lost his subject, though. Need to be careful not to leave any sharp objects in Booker's cell.
Holy fuck, that's a lot of new emails. Oh, I just received a letter from Darling about a request to bring in live subjects. What did he say? Was it approved? No, he refused. You know, protocol does not allow this sort of thing. He says he'll be making a trip to the lake house to check in on us soon, like we are children. I believe we need to abandon the research into Alan Wake's writing. We must not endanger our staff. So Jules wanted to abandon the project, but Diana seems hard invested.
Some big experiment tomorrow. I can't find the details anywhere. That bastard is hiding them. All those years, he steals credit for my ideas and my work, and now he's scared of being plagiarized? Oh, that is really fucking rich, Jules. Oh, and he's reportedly misplaced the manuscript pages I need for my work. Suddenly, the exact pages that I need to reference have just vanished. He is actively impeding critical bureau research. I mean, if he can do that, then what is stopping me from going down to that lab? And I don't know, just inverting the amplifiers or misaligning the receivers or both. It's the same thing in principle.
Little pro tip, when you're considering...
Book the lab. Some big experiment tomorrow.
This doesn't look like Lane's style.
I can't find the details anywhere. That bastard is hiding them. All those years, he steals credit for my ideas and my work, and now he's scared of being plagiarized? Oh, that is really fucking rich.
The color was pure, the fire made them see!
Oh, Jesus. 1, 2, 3.
Sublevel 5.
Yep. Count to 6 and back to work.
The Marmots had opened the door into Cauldron Lake's threshold. It was forced, it was unstable. Shutting the experiment down was the only option.
I really think their marriage fell apart.
Typical fucking Marmots.
Don't do that.
Finally! Something works on these bastards.
Get off me. Shit.
Marmonts did to you, to Rudolph Lane. I will do whatever I can to make sure this kind of thing doesn't happen again.
The putrid weight he could never wash away!
The Marmonts are dead. I don't know if that's any sort of consolation, but it's done.
The pain, it was all over it!
The threshold is tearing itself apart. I need to shut this down. Look, I'm sorry. I know you didn't make a choice here. It's not fair, but I have to shut this threshold down before it fractures.
Murderer!
Agent Estevez stood in the forest just outside of Bright Falls. She watched her team detain Alan Wake and Ilmo Koskinen, stuffing them into black SUVs. She realized this was the moment Wake had been writing in the vision she had seen. The story was coming true. She pushed the thought out of her head. It had been a good tip, a way to find Wake. Nothing more.
Alan Wake!
After the Threshold event collapsed, I was back at Cauldron Lake. But for a moment, I was somewhere else. I saw Alan Wake there. He was writing about me finding him in Bright Falls, in the woods. It was a good tip. I called the surviving members of my team, and I told them to meet me there. You know, these cases, they never get less ambiguous or easier. This one, this was tough. Because protocol says entities like the Taken are monsters, threats. The Marmots were monsters way before the Shadow got to them. So at the end of the day, what's the difference?
Yeah, almost exactly 2 hours, like I expected. That's why I figured, like I said, this isn't normally with the time that I would stream, but...
Deep breath, deep breath. Clock stopped, and another shoe was dropped. What a mess, what a mess. Deep breath. 6 deep breaths, forget all the rest.
Was Saga even in it?
Pain. There's something in the way. What next? Sharp pain. Deep breath. 6 deep breaths, forget all the rest.
Same with Dylan.
Go, go. I gotta let go, go of everything that I've ever known.
Alright, yep, I just wanted to check that out. Get in there, get it done early. Like I said yesterday. Since I did this so early today, I might be back tomorrow. Like I said, I wanted to just get this done so I could spend time with my girlfriend tonight and catch up on some things that I've been putting off, so... Thank you anybody who came around. As for the DLC, I thought it was fantastic, just like Alan Wake 2. I think all the DLC stories have had their place in the concept that they're going with Alan Wake and the Remedyverse. And yeah, this one just kind of really tied a knot along the whole bringing the Federal Bureau of Control and everything in. So that'll be it for me today, and I will catch you maybe tomorrow. If not, Thursday Prim comes out, and I want to check that out. It's a point-and-click adventure game, so until then, take care. Have a good night.